All right, in yesterday's video, I mentioned that we talk a little bit about dumbbells today, and this is my solution to some of the pricing for weights, and they can get pretty expensive. For one thing, you have to be a really smart shopper, and you have to look for sales, and I mean that goes for weights as well as anything else. When I first started P90X, excluding that red guy you see there, there's three sets of dumbbells are 30 pounds, 20 pounds, and 15 pounds. And I bought those at a 30% discount from a store that was running a sale. And that's what you got to look for sales all the time. That was the cheapest I ever found dumbbells on sale. And recently I added a smaller 10-pound set of 10 pounds for my daughter. And actually I use them too. Now what my little twist has been, these red guys, they're called heavy hands. And I bought these years ago when I was running, like a couple decades ago, and used them a little bit, but found that I didn't really like them for running because they threw my stride off, and I really didn't understand how this was going to help a lot. But I never threw them out. I always thought that, well, hey, someday I'd get a use for them. So anyway, what you see here laying on the floor next to this 20-pound dumbbell is a 5-pound heavy hand, and that's like a 1-pound handle with two 2-pounds on either side. Now what that does is when you combine it with the 20 and use them both together, and you can see where the red handle kind of fits right inside the handle for the 20s, is that 20-pound dumbbell now becomes a 25-pound dumbbell. So I don't need to buy another set of 25s if I want something in between 20 and 30. I mean, if I'm doing something that's 20 and I want to move up in weight, I may not be able to move all the way up to 30. Okay? But I can move up to 25, and this kind of solves that problem. Okay? Or if I've got 30s and I want to move up to 35, I don't have to buy 35s. I can just take that 5-pound guy and move it over. And now I've got a 35-pound dumbbell. Okay? But not only that, is the handle itself, just by itself, has a little ends on here, and what you do is you just screw the weights on. All right? And in this container, if I use these weights, the handle, these are 1-pound weights on either side, and you screw them onto the handles, and it now becomes a 3-pound addition. So going back to here, if I'm at 20 and I don't want to go to 25, I can go to 23. Okay? They also make them in sets where you can go to 22. Okay? So I've got a lot of flexibility here without having to worry about pins and and all that kind of stuff that some of these other systems use. And I don't want to knock them because, I mean, I've read some good reports on them, but this to me seems like an easy way to solve some of these problems as well. Another thing I do is I like things that double in functionality. For instance, these 5-pound weights, this just 5 pound can just be 5 pounds if you want to do something with 5 pounds. Now, I'm not sure this works so well for ladies because their hands, you have to have, I mean, my hands aren't particularly big, but they're big enough to handle wrapping around both of these. Some of you ladies, you may not be able to do that. Another thing I do, because I like the functionality, the double functionality, these are ankle weights that I use for Kempo. Okay. However, if I tie them around my wrist, okay, then add the 30 pounds and the 5 pounds, I've got 40 pounds if I want to do and I don't do anything heavier than 40 pounds. 40 pounds is what I use for Congdon locomotives and the lawnmowers. I mean, I could lift more, but I don't want to. I don't want to get all bulky. I'm just not interested in that. So those are your ankle weights that can double as heavy-duty wrist weights. And also, I just have plain old wrist weights. Okay, these are just 2-pound wrist weights. So in theory, I could have those 2-pound wrist weights tied around my wrist with this 20-pound dumbbell, and it's 22 pounds. And this is how I try to solve the problem of going up in poundage without spending a ton of money trying to get all these incremental weights. And by the way, I did look up these heavy hands online. I mean, I'm not sure. I'm sure I didn't pay. Well, I'm not sure what I paid for them many years ago. But I found a place online that actually sells what I have here for $60. Now you may say, "Wow, $60 a lot is a lot for not much weight." But when I look at the versatility, okay, I don't have to buy 25 pound, two sets of 25 pounds here. I don't have to buy two sets of 35s when I want to move up from here. So in the long run, I'm saving money. Plus, I've got a 5 pound weight that either I can lift or maybe my daughter can lift. So again, this is some of the ways that I try to beat the cost of weights. Anyway, I hope this was informative and something to think about. Anyway, have a great day. Today was supposed to be my day off, but as usual, it's a nice day, so I'm out running. So I ran 5 miles. So I'm going to kind of put those into the bank in case I get a lazy streak next week or the weather turns bad or something like that. I've got 5 miles sitting in the bank that I can apply to later. Anyway, have a great day. X stretch later, and talk to you either tomorrow or Monday.